Still can't hear you. But we live, gang. And Chaz, your mic is not on, cuz. I ain't even gonna lie to you. This is the 111 show.
My mic on, bro.
And we back, man. And I got my co-host with me, Chaz Worth,
What's
the
up,
second.
gang?
I still can't hear you. Your mic not on, cuz.
Bro, it's your headset. My mic is good.
Your mic not on.
Yo, headset not on, bro. Ask the chat. Ask the chat. Can they hear me?
Bing bong.
Ask the chat if they can hear me, bro. Everything's testing
Oh,
fine
I know
over
what it
here.
is.
Yeah.
I know what it is.
Can you hear me now?
There it is.
You good? Can you hear me now?
There she go. The 111 show.
Can you hear me now? We good?
Yeah, I can hear you, cuz.
I told you, bro. My mic fine.
All right, man.
All
So
right.
we back, bro.
Yes, we is.
We back. And we got an interesting show because some stuff been shaking up. You know, we gonna talk about these boys and what's going
As we
on in their
should.
conference. We're gonna talk about the NBA draft because that just happened, and you know the Pistons has some interesting moves. I like what the Pistons did in the draft, and it was no shock that Wemby went to the Spurs. And
Yeah.
shout out CeeLo, man, it's the show.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying?
sir.
It's the show, gang. So we had some interesting narratives. I dropped a little preview to what was going to be going on in like a small, short video. Um, the boy Wemby is a Spur, like I said, and it's not really looking too good for him as a first round pick, in my opinion. I think he
Word?
let me not go too crazy. Let me not go too crazy. Let me
Yeah,
calm
break
down.
that down. Please
Let
break
me
that
calm down.
that comment down.
It's not in like the history of first round picks, it's not a good trend for first round picks as far as like success and like rings and MVPs. Not many of them do it. And his hype, my thing is his hype is so high, it's gonna be difficult for him to live up to those expectations. That's why
Yeah.
in the public eye, based on his hype is all the way up here. So if he falls anywhere under that, then it's gonna be considered a disappointment. He could still be great and be an all-star, you know what I'm saying, make all NBA and do all these things. But if he's not generational, if he's not, knocking on the door of Mount Rushmore, I say when it's all said and done, and I know it's way too early, but he is a number one pick. He gonna be held to number one pick standards. But
I
the
feel you,
thing,
bro.
the cherry on top of that is him having that much hype on him. These, if your name is next to LeBron and you haven't stepped on the court yet, you got some pretty clown field size shoes to fill.
Yeah. And this is what I'll say to that. He can't be Kristaps Porzingis, right?
He
Like
can't be Bobo.
he can't be Bobo. He can't just be out there long and shooting in the corner, bro. Because the people he's getting compared to are the greatest of the greats. We got Woj on the lottery show saying he's gonna be the best player in the league in 2 to 3 years. So all this hype coming on him is really it's almost unsurmountable. Like I know I'm pretty sure people in the media said the same exact thing about LeBron, right? Like there's no way LeBron's gonna live up to all this hype. And he did and some, in my opinion. But Wemby, it's gonna be tough
But
for him, bro.
that's the thing, though, bro. Has been in the league another 20 years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he's still been playing at a great level. And that's what he's getting compared to.
Yeah.
That's what he's getting compared to. And that's going to be a narrative he's going to have to fight his whole career before he even play a game.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's just my little, I don't want to harp on it forever because I think because of the lack of big man play in the league, he's going to have his advantages. You know what
Oh
I'm
yeah.
saying? It like what are we dealing with? Jokic, Embiid, you know what I'm saying? Then who else is playing the five? You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
we saw a final where Caleb, not Caleb Martin, what's the other boy named Gabe Vincent
Yeah.
was playing center in some at some points.
I was about to say, is Wemby gonna play the 5, or is he gonna play the 4?
He got to play the 5.
You don't think they're gonna put a big body next to him, like to do the grunt work, do the Steven Adams type dirty work, and let Wemby stretch the court or what? Maybe
I feel
not
like
all the time, but
no, not all the time. It's gonna be a situation. It's gonna be a situation where because AD when he came, AD didn't want to play center. You feel me?
Yep.
So I feel like this is the Anthony Davis type situation. Like it's not exactly Anthony Davis type situation, but I'm just using him an example where he came in as a 4, and then when he went over, he had Boogie Cousins for a minute.
Yeah.
And then when he went to the Lakers, he had Dwight and JaVale McGee. And then once they was gone, they was like, hey, bro, come play. You want to play some center?
Hey, footer.
Yeah.
What'd you say? Cuz a footer. Come get under this rim.
Yeah, bro. So that's my whole thing with it. I think he gonna have to play the 5, and is Pop gonna compromise what he wants to do to let him play the 4? Is Pop a compromising coach?
Pop let Tim play the 4 though, so it's like,
but he was
Pop
a 4.
Know how to build a system around the 4.
He was a legit 4, and they had David Robinson. Who's the center?
For 1 year.
Who's the center?
For a couple years.
But then who's the center now? Who's the center then?
I have no clue. Don't they have
Jakopoto?
It could be. Think about this. Think about Bron's first few year Cleveland teams. Like, of course, we're not going to see Wembenyama with his complete team. It's going to take him a while to build around him and figure out what the ideal lineup is around him, the way he's shaping out in the NBA, right? Because the play style we've seen him so far in France may not be his exact play style in the NBA. So it's going to take them a few years to figure out how they're going to build out that roster around him. And who knows, that might be at the 4.
Could be. I don't think it's going to be like a lightning strike success with.
Nah.
He
the West.
I say he have his he have his moments in his rookie year. Most likely going to be rookie of the year.
Yeah.
And then we're going to talk about the guys that came after him. Brandon Miller to Alabama. Now, I thought this was a better move than them taking Scoot as another guard, just because, like...
You mean to Charlotte?
Yeah, to Charlotte.
Yep.
I feel like this was a better move for them as far as a roster fit. I think Scoot is going to got a higher ceiling than Brandon Miller do, in my opinion.
I agree.
And based off what Brandon Miller's saying, what he been saying in his interviews, bro, I don't know, man.
His IQ, his hoop IQ is becoming real questionable.
I kind of get why he was saying what he is saying, because he got a similar build to Paul George. 6'8", can handle the rock. He wanna shoot and be smooth. Jet Howard said the same thing, that they love Paul George, but that's kind of their era.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Paul George in Indiana, so. I understand it, but the GOAT, he could say my favorite player, but you're not about to tell me you think Paul George is the GOAT. You could have said T-Mac, if you wanted to, because T-Mac was doing that before all of them.
True. I got a young homie, though, who he says the same thing, bro. Like, I grew up with him and his older brothers, right? He got a brother my age. He got a brother 2 years older than me, and he's 3 years younger than me. And we all Bron guys. And this kid swears by PG.
Yeah,
I'm like, what was you watching?
When he was having his heyday in Indiana, they was loving Paul George, bro.
And he was losing, but yeah, he was going nuts. I'm not here to take nothing away from PG. If Brandon Miller becomes PG and can be the PG of this next generation of hoopers, that's more than a success for Brandon Miller's career. I don't know if he's gonna be able to live up to PG standards, but I just find it wild that there's I feel like it's a 2-year span. Like, if people was born in one of those 2 years, they think PG is goated. And
I mean, if Derrick Rose was still healthy, they'd probably be saying Derrick Rose is the greatest player ever, because he was the other guy in that era.
Yep.
So I understand. And then we at the 3rd pick, Scoot to the Blazers.
Yep.
Now, I think Scoot is gonna have a better career than Wemby. Again, based on the hype. based on the hype that Wemby has, Scoot is gonna have a better career because he's number 3. So anything he do, you know what I'm saying? If he sniffs any type of a scoring record, assist leader, a ring, you know what I'm
A
saying?
cup more than one MVP.
Yeah,
If he do that,
if he one up him in any facet, based on again Wemby's hype of being one of the greatest, because that's what he's up against. Scoot just, you know what I'm saying? Scoot Henderson. You feel me?
yeah,
So if he go out there and hoop and he have a great career, but you know what I'm saying? You know what happens when people go to Portland? You know,
facts.
they waste your time. So
Do
we
we
don't know what's
do
gonna
we want to
happen.
talk about this fit for Portland though? Like, what does this mean about Dame Lillard's future there? Did you take too much from that? Like, do you think this means Dame's automatically gone? Like, they're just moving towards the future, or are they possibly pairing him to play a next two Dame by chance?
Bro, they I don't like I hate doing the Dame talk and the Dame predictions, bro, because he a lifer. I'm gonna
Yeah.
just say this. If he goes somewhere, I'm gonna be shocked. There's been many a time where, you know, we thought the Portland Trailblazers was gonna do something and then they don't. So
Hmm.
I'm gonna just go ahead and say they don't, because every time everything start bubbling up and everybody gets excited to, oh, where's he gonna go? Is he gonna get to go to Miami? Is he gonna get to go to Boston? Is he potentially gonna be a Laker or something? You know, is he gonna go to a big market team? And then we get a report from the Trailblazers that they've shut down all talk. So I hate even like, I feel like it's a waste of breath almost
Yeah.
to think about what the Portland Trailblazers gonna do, because it's like they just playing chicken.
Because at this point, they got three undersized guards who don't play defense, to my knowledge, that are going to be eating up the brunt of their salary cap with Anthony Simons. I can never tell. Is it Simmons or
Yeah,
Simons? Simons,
Simons,
right? One
Simons,
M is Simons, two M's is Simmons. All right,
man, whatever.
Anthony, my
Anthony,
dog Anthony. Somebody got to go. That's my point. Somebody got to go. They're not going to keep three undersized guards. So I think Dame is on the move. I think they're about to just issue in a new era. I hope Dame's on the move for Dame's sake, so he can get that shine I think he deserved. But
yeah, he a great player that's gonna be highlighted in this era when we look back as the loyal guy who
yeah,
never got his just dues, and I don't like that for Dame. I don't like it. He too good. He too good, bro.
yeah,
He arguably one of the best shooters of this era, right behind Steph.
absolutely,
But because Steph has the success, he get the edge. But
yeah,
he got his name is Logo Lillard. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? That's what he's gonna be known as, the super loyal guy that stayed in Portland and stuck it out. But man, the Twins went back to back. The overtime elite guys. Some controversy about the overtime elite league as far as a competition standpoint. But people down it and like, you know what I'm saying, doubt it,
Yeah.
the quality of talent. I'm gonna just say this: we know, me and you agree that we don't like college basketball because how slow it is. It's too much time on the shot clock. It's
Hmm.
controlled. It's big based, and that's not what the NBA is. You getting up and down the floor, dribble, get the shot up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Overtime elite league, they saying is looser. You know, is the top talent. They get to play how I think that type of ball, that freestyle, you know, open run type of ball, it translates more to the league. You just hone those skills and tell them to run the sets and play some defense. That's the only difference to me.
So
So
it's basically, so you're saying the league is basically a mix, or overtime elite is kind of AAU ish in style. Like I've never.
I don't want to say AAU because it's a facility, and think about IMG.
Yeah.
Think about how IMG is, because it's basketball. They got top trainers there. They teach them the game. They working on their mechanics. I believe the twin at the Pistons drafted Usar.
Yep.
He came and I watched some footage on him saying he came in with a broken shot and he got to work on his shot and develop his shot up until now, and then he improved his overall jump shooting.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's good for them because they get that amount of time and they don't have to do 2-3 years. Because if you come in like as a how do I want to say this, a raw prospect for lack of a better words,
Yeah. Yep.
I don't think a lot of college coaches, because college coaches they the star players basically of these teams. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying?
They're the face of these teams.
I know more college coaches than I knew the actual players that's coming on the team. I'm like, oh yeah, Jay Wright, Tom Izzo. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? When Boeheim was there, Juwan Howard. Like I just named all them coaches. I couldn't name you nobody from San Diego State, and they played in the Final Four.
Right.
So that's my thing.
Lloyd Carr's San Diego State.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the
So
coach. Come on now, or
yeah,
was he just
yeah.
retired?
So that's what I'm saying, bro. Like
Yeah.
it's they trying to keep their jobs, and they probably gonna play the 3-year guy that's probably not going to the league, and then this other league they honing their skills to play. I think it's on the lines of like the NBA G League to a sense,
Okay.
but you know what I'm saying. Just because his overtime name is attached to it, it get a negative connotation that they just there like, and it's hyped up LA Fitness runs.
So tell me this: did the Pistons get the better one, or did we not?
The
Of the
fit
Thompson twins.
the fit is better for the Pistons because the Amin
Yeah,
is the
man.
brother that went to Houston. He's the more of a point guard type player, and the
Okay.
Pistons don't need that. They don't need another guard. Sar, defensive guy, he can score off the ball. They twins. They got the same type of body build.
Yeah.
Like, but he's the defensive guy. He's the perimeter guy. They athletic. And I feel like that's what the Pistons need is a guy who likes to play defense and don't need the ball a ton because you got Cade and Ivy.
Yep.
So, and then they also scooped up Marcus Sasser, who's another bucket getting guard, which I think they need. Is good guard depth that can score.
That name is familiar from the tournament. I think.
He
Where he
played for
play?
Houston. Played for Houston.
That's why. Yep.
He was
Okay.
struggling with an injury throughout the tournament, but like he's an All American. I think. I had his award up here. Jerry West Award winner,
Okay.
first team. So the
Nice.
first team at All American Conference All Freshman. So
Run it.
he
Welcome
a,
to the
he a
D.
hooper. I
Yeah.
like bro. I like that fit. I like them pickups for them. They need more scoring. So I like where the Pistons is going as far as their picks.
I'm glad to hear they ain't draft no more bigs, bro.
Yeah, they don't need
That's
any
all.
bigs. We need guards, even if some of those guys got to come off the bench. And I
Yeah.
was hearing a couple of narratives that the Pistons could low key scoop um Cam Johnson from the Nets in a trade.
I like that.
I like that too. Monty Williams guy.
Cam playing with K would be nice.
But I prefer Mikal Bridges, but that's just me.
Oh, definitely. But he's probably out of our reach. The Nets could really mess around and build around him and get him some supporting players in there and compete in the East. Not actually win it. They're not gonna beat the Bucks, but they can compete.
So like the people that I care about, Jack Howard, Michigan, went to the Magic.
Yeah.
You know, Kobe Buffkin, Grand Rapids boy. He went to Atlanta.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm
Grady
surprised to
Dick.
see I'm surprised to see Jet go before Kobe, honestly.
Yeah, me too. But did you see Grady Dick fit? Pause.
Boy, he looked like my boy, what's his name? Biff from Back to the Future.
Man.
And number 2, when he proed up off the gambling, he was sports gambling because he knew the future.
Hey man, I think he's gonna be a problem in Toronto.
He gonna be a villain in Toronto for sure.
I could definitely see him and Drake with some tomfoolery in Toronto.
Oh,
They
absolutely.
enter a new era now.
Yeah.
But another narrative from this draft is the star big men who are highlighted in college basketball, like I said, did not get drafted. So Adama Sanogo from, I think I'm saying his name right, from UConn, not drafted. Drew Timmy, not drafted. Who else didn't go drafted? Oscar Sheboy from the Kentucky Wildcats,
Sheesh.
undrafted. They all got signed to teams, but they name did
Yeah.
not get called. And this is the change to the NBA that we seeing. And this kind of tie in to the era Wemby about to be playing in.
Mm-hmm.
He about to be the biggest big in a league that don't care about bigs no more. It seems like,
Yeah.
and he gonna make people have to get bigs again. He gonna single handedly
Hopefully.
make people, if he's is what they say they is, if he got the goods, he gonna make people draft centers again. Because right now, don't nobody care about no center.
Yeah.
Right now, that's just the way it is. Right
Now,
now.
this is the issue with the statement I think you just made. Um, you can draft a big, right? Or sign a big, but what type of big are you gonna get to try to match up with a 7'6" perimeter based center? We just seen Jokic give everybody fits because nobody had somebody that could defend his play style. I'm not saying Wemby's Jokic, but he gonna operate from the perimeter a lot, and he gonna get into the paint and do things right. But
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be coming from behind the arc, so you're not gonna be able to get none of these old school. No Oscar Sheboy, he a NCAA Player of the Year, but that type of big's not translating to what we need to stop that young cat Vic. So
Yeah.
I mean, sure they're gonna have to get bigs again, but where they gonna find them is my question.
Before we get into that, I'm gonna address what CeeLo said. Yes, high school ball translate to the league better because you know why? They're the guy on that team. They get to do what they want. They get to freestyle. Uh, the boy Amon Shumpert said it best. You free, you playing free. You ain't been spoiled by no coaches telling you to run whatever motion, offense, or you know what I'm saying, to throw it to the post. No, you ain't doing none of that. Dribble, dribble, get that shot up, boy. But
Yeah,
here's what I'm gonna say about bigs. We about to see another evolution, right, of bigs,
yeah,
because before, you know what I'm saying, if you was bigger, taller, stronger than everybody, you was gonna dominate, and that's what everybody wanted because height is everything in hoops.
yep.
And then we went through a guard. We went through a guard era with we had our Jason Kidds of the world, Steve Nash's, Kobe's. You know what I'm saying? D Wade,
AI,
AI. You know what I'm saying? All these great guards went through a guard era.
yep.
Forward era, LeBron James, Paul George, Paul Pierce. You know what I'm saying?
KD,
Guys like that, KD. You feel me? Kawhi,
Melo,
Melo. If I forget
yeah,
anybody else, they had T Mac, throw T Mac in there, Vince Carter in there,
yeah,
all them
yeah,
guys. But I say that to say they about to have to change the way these centers gonna have to play the game. Because to your point, Nikola Jokic, your big man just ain't gonna be out there sitting there setting screens. You know
nope,
what I'm saying? He ain't gonna be out there. He gonna have to think a little bit more, and he ain't gonna be able to just rely on your size. You're gonna have to think like a guard. You know what I'm saying? Pass like a guard and dribble like a guard.
yeah.
If you want to be a valuable big man in the way the league is going, the game is always, you know what I'm saying, evolving.
And that's the
And
thing too about that though is I guess kids are starting to do that now at a younger age. Um, the positionless movement of basketball, positionless basketball is starting at the youth ranks. So I mean, I guess it'll be a natural transition. It's gonna take time, but that's how it's gonna slide up. I'm thinking.
okay, GD. I think he talking about Amon Shumpert, but yeah, man, there was some draft narratives I wanted to touch on, and
Yeah.
that video about Wemby was going to lead y'all into staying on the channel and getting to the stream today, so y'all can hear me expound upon that.
Yep.
But now, before we get in to football world, we gonna step up. We gonna take a step into your football world and let me
Mine.
know what you bought with them refund checks from the school. Cause I need to know. I need to know what you did with the refund. Cause
The refund was getting blue, bro. I don't know what I bought with the refund. I couldn't tell you exactly what it was,
I
but
can tell you.
really, I can't think of exactly what I got. But I know a lot of our teammates spent it on food. They're going out to eat, bringing back steak and ribs and all type of stuff back to P Woods. Um, bro, I don't know what I spent my refund on, bro.
I could tell you. You probably spent it on food or something else. But look,
Yeah,
let me tell you, bro. You want to know how I spent my college refund? I don't only remember this one because it was before 2020. But
let's hear it.
this is how I spent mine. So, 2019, right before it hit 2020, you know what I'm saying? The
Mm-hmm.
refund check hit on a Friday. I ain't had to work at the SAC. You feel me? The deposit just hit.
Yep.
Me and Mike ain't in here right now, but we shoot to the mall. We shoot to the mall, bro. And they got two pairs of fours.
Oh yeah,
They
duh. I
got the
should have knew
what
that.
they Jordan fours. They had a pair of what the fours in there sitting, and then they had a pair of black cat fours, which I should have bought the black cats because now they worth over $1,200.
Wow.
At one point they was high as hell, but I should have bought those ones. But I still got my what the fours. They in good condition, and I bought a LeBron. No, I bought a D Wade the Vice City jersey.
Oh
But I
yeah,
should
that
have
boy's
just bought.
cold.
I should
That's
have just
cold.
bought two. I should have just bought two pairs of J's. So
Wow.
I'm pretty sick about that because that was a significant moment where I should have bought the all black suede shoe that I thought ain't nobody would have cared about.
Yeah.
So I'm low key sick. You shoot Caleb the link.
Oh, I got him. I didn't know what I didn't know what he's talking about.
But yeah, that's what I remember from mine. So we can get back into the topics we switched out for a second.
Yep.
NBA word still. Marcus Smart traded from the Celtics. You know what I'm saying, to the Memphis Grizzlies.
For what? Let's hear.
I gotta see exactly what they gave up. But
Link sent.
this Marcus Smart trade. So he got traded to the Grizzlies, and I think it's because they're getting rid of Dylan Burks.
Okay.
Because they said they still. I tried to look and see if it was anything new on Dylan Brooks, but they still said to this day the only thing I could see about regarding him is he won't be brought back for any circumstances. He won't be
Yeah,
brought back to the
yeah,
team
under any
under any
yep.
circumstances. But okay, the Grizzlies. Oh, they sent.
Bro, they got Porzingis, bro.
They sent Porzingis and Tyus Jones. That's who it was. It just popped up right here. It just loaded.
Didn't they get Porzingis and a first round pick
And they sent
for Marcus Smart?
They sent Gallinari to injured ass Gallinari to the
Nigga never touched the floor for him.
to Washington.
And they turned him into a first round pick in KP.
Yep. That's what it is.
I think that's a good pickup for Boston. I really do.
I think it's a great pickup for Boston.
Marcus Smart was no longer fitting culturally.
He wasn't?
You think he was?
Yeah.
I mean, in the flow of the offense, he would be the one to get him out. Bro, like remember every time they was in a tight playoff game, I'd be like, all right, Marcus definitely taking this last shot. You don't think they want JT taking that last shot instead of Marcus hurling it up a step back, fade away every time when the clock
But
is
you don't
low?
think they discussed that though? He was making some of them.
He was making some of them. But that's not what they want, bro. That's not what they want. Marcus had to go. I thought Marcus was going to go last year. And they ended up re-signing him, which was kind of crazy to me because everybody thought he was gone. But Boston, this just comes back to this singular issue Boston has had since the Kyrie trade did not work out, or Kyrie free agency, whatever. Or it was a trade, yep. Didn't work out. They cannot find somebody to fill that one, to play that point guard position. And Ime was able to put a Band-Aid over it by coaching Marcus Smart up, and it worked for a year. But as soon as Ime was out the door, they got straight back to that same old bug.
We need Mike for this moment like this.
Nia Long ruined the NBA.
Nia Long
is the reason Kristaps Porzingis is now in Boston.
Boston.
and I'm
That's
sick.
that's just so disgusting.
It's gonna be raw though, because
I
think
think
about it.
Al
All they
Horford
do
out
is shoot threes.
I think Al Horford might be out the door. You don't think?
They might keep Al around. Why not?
They gonna keep Al.
They gonna keep Nick out.
They gonna keep.
But they gonna put KP at the 3, bro, and just let JT run the 1, Brown at the 2, KP at the 3, Al at the 4, Robert Williams at the 5. They're gonna be big and be able to shoot from everywhere, and just have Robert Williams grab boards like Kevon Looney. They're gonna be raw, bro.
All right, I see the vision, but hey, shout out to Boston, man, or not shout out to Boston. I don't like them niggas, but
I don't like them niggas. Just need a long fall.
All right, another trade that I really don't care about. John Collins sent to the Jazz.
Yep.
I really don't care. The Hawks traded bro to the Jazz for Rudy Gay.
Yeah, next.
Yeah. All right. Here we go, man. Here we go.
PP3.
Got a question for y'all. Well, I'm gonna ask CeeLo.
PP3. We're not gonna talk about Golden State's acquisition.
Oh, yeah. Let's talk about that. They sent Jordan Poole to the DMV.
Yeah.
Or Washington, D.C. For my niggas that don't know.
Yeah.
Jordan Poole got socked out, benched, and then sent to the farthest place they could send him.
Literally.
I think if they could have sent him to like Rhode Island or something,
they could have sent him to Maine. They would have shipped him to Maine, bro.
But now they got Christopher Paul. Is Chris Paul coming off the bench, or he's starting? Because I think what me and CeeLo philosophy that we had is
talk to me, C.
He could run that second unit to like a well-oiled machine.
I'm thinking he's coming off. I think he's coming off the bench. But they may have a package where they might have Steph play off ball. You know what I mean? Like I'm thinking they're gonna have like a series of packages throughout games in certain situations where CP will come in at the 1 and Steph will play off ball. But I think to start, he probably gonna come off the bench.
All right, so
coming off the bench.
All right,
this is what I'm thinking too. Let me add to that because we've seen Golden State small ball and we see how they run it. So insert CP3 where Jordan Poole has been, and take a step back and think about CP3 when he played in Houston with James. CP3 learned how to play off the ball in Houston with James, and I think that's going to come into play at certain situations, maybe closing some games out. They decide to go small. CP can play on or off the ball. We know Steph can play off the ball. Draymond, basically the point guard in Golden State anyway. So we know Draymond about to resign. So yeah, I think he can play on or off the ball, but I think they can all be on the court at the same time. I just don't think Chris Paul is about to start the whole season for them.
Yeah, but here's my thing, my last little piece I'm gonna throw into it, because I do think he should come off the bench just for like efficiency's sake and him running that second unit. That's what I want to see, and him in his later stage take a back seat, because like I said, he's not the third best player on the championship team anymore. I want to see him now become Chris Paul that runs that second unit, or if he's in that first thing, the package I see, like what CeeLo's talking about, is Steph being off ball, because he's so good off ball and he's been like that his whole career. Chris Paul just dishing the rock and having to defer, like how I said he could have did in Boston with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Deferring. But now he is going to a good team, good organization. You feel me? Draymond probably coming back anyway. And, the Warriors going to be a problem again in the playoffs.
Absolutely. Caleb, you on mute.
Oh.
There we go.
Say something, cuz.
I just heard him for a second.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
I don't know. I can't tell because if you're saying that Melly be muting my mic and then I be muting my mic, I don't know. But I was saying it's gonna take more possessions out of Draymond's hand. So
yeah,
you know what I mean. Like you seen in the playoffs where Draymond was starting to turn the ball over a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So with CP3, he's gonna take. I don't know. Maybe Draymond can now focus on defense and rebounds and not having to facilitate no more. You know what I mean? That might hold him in GSW for another 2 years or so if he want to stay.
Yeah,
if he want to stay,
they
you know what I mean?
delegating. They delegating the resources.
That's true. That's a good
But
point.
yeah, I think this a good move that Jordan Poole is on a team where he got his ring now. He can go chuck up shots and be an all-star in Washington if he still got that potential. Because I really think he low key he was in HR terms, he was in a hostile environment.
Yeah.
They was not having it with Cuz. No more.
Yo.
It was like you shooting shots. You want to talk about a fit issue? That's actually what you said Marcus Smart was. That's actually what he was being for them this year. It's all cool when you're making your shots and they going in. But once you in this different type of situation where y'all not winning, it's easy when you winning and the shots going in and you shooting, you trying to recreate Steph shots, and one up him in the same game. But when you bricking them joints and you airballing and you getting sauced on defense, DC buddy.
Yeah.
I hope you like mumbo sauce.
I was just gonna say, bro, it's because like Jordan Poole, he got paid by Golden State because he was hitting those shots, and he was another option to go get his own bucket. That's what they loved about having him there. And then once he, I guess, stopped being able to get his own bucket as efficiently,
the moment got too big,
lights got too bright, maybe pissed down his legs. I think it was really just the Draymond punch heard around the world, just shook his confidence completely, shook his character. The man's a shell of himself. Send him to Washington to go find himself again. Let him put up 30 shots a game. He'll probably be an all-star alternate in Washington. He's going to average 36 points a game, a la Kobe 2008.
All right, man.
There we go.
Man, I'm rooting for Jordan Poole in DC, man. They, he gonna take all them shots that Bradley Beal used to get. So shout out to dog. But I got a narrative for y'all boys.
Send it.
We didn't cover it the last pod, but we're gonna do a quick what if. I'm gonna read these stats off for y'all, and y'all tell me, would y'all rather have player A's career or player B's career? You feel me?
Yep.
Okay. 14 seasons played. It's player A. I'm gonna do player A first. 14 seasons played, 1 MVP, 10 All-Star appearances, 7 All-NBA selections, 2 assist titles, 3 scoring titles. Is player A. Now player B. Seasons played, 15 MVP awards, 1, 9 All-Star appearances, 9 All-NBA, 3 assist titles, 2 scoring titles. Would you rather be player A or player B real quick? And I'm going to tell y'all who it is after.
I already know who it is. I can tell.
All right. Well, who you want to be?
Okay. When you read it out like that, I want to be the player that I don't want to be now. I mean, it's hard to explain. So I want to be player A, but I know it's because I know who player B is.
Okay.
So I'd rather be player A.
For clip's sake, I had to do it like that. So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We get some subscriber interaction. But
yeah.
CeeLo, player A, player B, real quick.
Player A for sure.
Player B.
Okay. Now, I'm about to reveal the players.
Facilitating. So I need that.
All right. Player A is James the Beard Harden.
Yep.
With the 14 seasons played, 1 MVP, 10 All-Star appearances, 7 year in the means, all NBA selections, 2 assist titles, 3 scoring titles. Player B is Russell Westbrook.
Yep.
And you know what I'm saying? I'd rather be Westbrook. I'd rather be Brody.
The Brody. But
I'd rather be Brody.
I can't. No, I'd rather be the Beard, bro. James Harden has a certain style and flair to his game that
Westbrook don't.
Half the league. No, listen, I'm getting there. That half the league tried to imitate and is still trying to imitate to this day. The Harden step back is the most legendary shot of this era.
You want to know why they try and imitate it?
Why?
Because they can't explode and tomahawk through the lane. What you mean? That's why they can't. They gonna do it easier. What are you talking about? That's why everybody trying to beat Jordan and Kobe because they can't a windmill like LeBron. And
that's my point.
Like LeBron.
The beard is way more relatable. Dudes be at open gym hitting double step backs like Harden. My cousin is one of them.
Hey, check it out.
He
bro.
modeled his whole life after Harden, bro.
Check it out, bro.
And I don't blame him. Harden's that dude, bro.
If we go on career wise too, I would still rather be Russell Westbrook.
Why?
I'm sorry, bro. Because what he did with Kevin Durant and James Harden on his team, I like that run. Yep. Without KD, I like that year. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather have that year. 2 times, average a triple-double.
That's the X factor there.
Unheard of. You feel me? And then, proves itself in Washington. Proves itself in Houston with James again and Chris Paul. You know what I'm saying? So I can't go against the grain. I'm sticking with Westbrook's career. As far as like playoff like success, I'd rather be Westbrook. Brody.
What playoff success does he have that Harden does not?
Farther than James Harden.
I disagree.
When he by himself?
Harden was going further by himself, first of all. And second of all, Harden went to a Western Conference Finals without KD. Actually should have beat KD in it.
So did Westbrook.
Which one? What am I missing? What am I forgetting?
No, he didn't go without KD.
Exactly. He got popped by Damian Lillard by himself.
That was Paul George's fault.
It was him and PG against Dame, and they got popped. At least Harden was, getting Harden. Okay, Harden has some failures too, right? All right,
Harden got popped by Dame too. So
what a buzzer beater.
Yeah,
at that. It's a similar fashion. He just didn't get the.
Well, it probably wasn't. Yeah, he didn't get the wave, and it probably wasn't in round 1.
Didn't get the bye.
It might have been round 2. So, give me Harden, bro.
I'm still going to wrestle.
It is funny how eerily identical their careers are, though. When you
I think
numbers.
Yeah, I think now that I'm thinking about it, them exiting the first round is kind of tough. But Russell had them didn't he? Oh, they came. The Warriors came back 3-1 when they were supposed to go in the conference final, didn't they?
And it was Russ's fault.
Damn.
And then KD left him that year, right after that, and went and joined the Warriors because Russ ran him out of town because he shot them out the series when they were up 3-1.
I was sick about that, man.
Sick.
I was sick about that. I was sick about that. I didn't even care about.
Meanwhile, Harden was 2-3 shots away from beating that KD Warriors team. They went 1 or 0 for 27 from deep in Game 7 against the Warriors. I think that was 2018, and they would have been playing Cleveland in a chip. If anybody in Houston could have hit 1 3-pointer, bro, they would have won that game. So yeah, Harden, bro.
It's tough. I'm still have to go with the Brody because I don't think too many people gonna average a triple-double for 2 years. And going off how we just said that they playoff success is pretty identical, pretty similar. I have to go with Brody. Sorry. And then James Harden, I feel I ain't even gonna keep. I ain't gonna keep going, bro.
Don't dwell on it.
I ain't gonna keep going, bro, because he gonna piss me off. He gonna piss me off, bro. All right. Shout out to the XFL. Quick shout out to the XFL. They had 100+ invites and signees. I don't know what. All right, yeah. It's probably an invite to a mini camp. That's what it is. But shout out to them, bro. It's shown. They've been playing some good ball. If you ain't been watching the XFL, tap into it. It's good football. You feel me? The boys out there balling. And it's showing because they're getting NFL invites and they're getting signed to these teams. So it's real deal talent. You know what I'm saying? I love this for the game, bro, because when we was growing up and we was playing football, it was one league, NFL. That's it. You know what I'm saying? You hear rumblings about Canada, but Canadian players are always going to come first in Canada.
Yeah.
And I like that it's here because in the NBA, they get to just hop on a plane and go overseas if they good enough. But if you good enough in the league, that you know what I'm saying, and you ain't that guy they want, you out of there and you not going nowhere else. Forget Canada, forget anywhere else you're going. Now we got spring league, we got XFL, you know what I'm saying, and then like some arena leagues. But then we talking about we
Yeah.
talking about 11-on-11. You feel me? Type ball. No shade to them, but I like this. I like where the league is going. I like what The Rock did by partnering with the NFL, not trying to compete with the NFL. I feel like that was the biggest thing with these guys, and the spring league's still going strong too. But I
Yeah.
like the direction that they went as far as partnering with them boys.
Sam, we all know a few people that's playing in the XFL, and I think it's just a great opportunity, another chance for them to get some valuable film after college, to show that they can still play. So yeah, shout out The Rock, shout out DJ, man.
Yeah,
Definitely.
keep some dreams alive for some people who can't make it to the NFL, because that's like point. I ain't even gonna say the 1%. That's like 0.5%, bro. So I love what them boys doing, man.
Speaking of,
doing.
let's chop it up. I said, speaking of the league, let's chop it up. League talk.
All right, we covering the conferences, man. And we starting out with the NFC West. We doing predictions. We doing, you know what I'm saying, sleepers in the conference. Who gonna come out. And we start with the NFC West. And if y'all ain't know, it's the Bang Bang Niner game. Feel me?
We see you.
But you know what I'm saying? Let's start it out. In the 49ers world, the QB controversy is still alive. It's rearing its head again from the Steve Young and Joe Montana days.
Yep.
These QBs ain't of that magnitude, but Brock Purdy coming off a UCL injury. He tore his elbow up. They said John Lynch, it just reported today that he's looking good when it was time to throw. He responded well and he threw the ball. He's still looking to try and make it back 100% by August with no setbacks. And then they still talking about between Sam Darnold and Trey Lance, which is like scaring to me. Is he entering bust territory? If they even talk, I know football, you got to compete for your spot, and coaches never gonna give out too much. But if you drafted this guy that high, it should just be Trey Lance coming out your mouth, and Sam Darnold should be an afterthought.
I agree completely. That's what I thought it would be. But in San Fran, I feel like it's never just that simple, bro. Like, you can speak to this better than I can, but I'll say ever since the Jimmy G era started, it's always been like, CJ Beathard in there, Nick Mullins, and it's always a three horse race in San Fran for some reason. Like,
man, shout out to Nick Mullins, man.
Shout out Nick, man, but they can't just have a solid run, bro. Like, they can't just have a solid QB.
I feel like once this fizzles out and we see whether it's Trey Lance or it's Brock Purdy,
yep,
it's gonna be either or of them guys. Sam Darnold, I don't believe has a life in a 49ers uniform. Is either gonna be Purdy, Lance. Yep. Now, the way the QB, the typical QB now is a mobile, big arm quarterback. That's just what it is. You're gonna have to do it with your arms. It's dual threat guys. It's dual threat guys across the board. You know what I'm saying? Even Joe Burrow can run a little bit. All of these guys can move. I say, who can't move now? I'm having a harder time figuring out who can't move.
Derek Carr, Tannehill don't move. He refuses to, even though he should be capable, but he
is capable in his younger years. I'm saying, but these guys that's older now. You feel me?
Yeah.
But it's harder to find like that statue, like how
Matt
Big
Ryan.
Ben. Yeah, but he ain't. He in the booth.
Matt Ryan is already?
Yeah, he's in the booth. He's an analyst.
Jesus.
So, yeah. So with the trend of QBs, you want a Trey Lance running your offense, right? Like, but Purdy showed he has some wiggle and a little bit of I can go off script, unlike Jimmy G, and still get the job done. So I like Purdy, but you don't know what Lance is. So we don't got time to be risking games on Trey Lance because like for him to develop because we got a guy who's shown he could do it. You know what I'm saying? And take care of all you got to do is take care of the rock and distribute it. You know what I'm saying? I don't got time for Trey Lance to be going through growing pains. That's what he was supposed to be doing last year, but unfortunately, he had an injury. So
doesn't having Brock Purdy on his rookie contract, you're paying him like garbage because he was a late round pick.
Yeah.
Doesn't that give you that extra time you need to let Trey Lance develop? Because just in case Trey Lance does not develop like you want him to and he doesn't live up to it, you have a backup plan already in place?
Say that last part one more time.
You already have a backup plan in place if Trey Lance folds. So let him play. Because Brock Purdy's already there. He showed you he can ball.
But it's my season.
His ceiling is
though.
Never going to be as high as Trey Lance's ceiling.
It's not like we just running like inter team scrimmages, bro. This is a season we talking about for him to just be off.
You gotta fire your franchise guy, bro. Whether it takes a season or not, you gotta fire your franchise guy. Come on, bro.
All right, he most likely gonna be. I'm not gonna say most likely. He's gonna be the guy. They talking that stuff now about Sam Darnold, but you got to get him on the field for those reasons you just said right there. That he has to get on the field. We gotta see what he can do. And if he can, if Brock Purdy should just be chilling for half the season, and if he stink it up, Brock Purdy is healthy. We seen he can come in and ball from last year. So, hey, and we're gonna have a little bit of an advantage because nobody's really seen the Trey Lance 49ers, just like nobody's seen the Brock Purdy 49ers. So, I think we're gonna be in a good spot. Man, we're gonna move up the coast to the Seattle Seabirds.
Yeah.
Seahawks. I'm just playing with y'all. Man, but the Seahawks, again, this is a team, I think they snuck up on people last year. Listening back to the early predictions of what people thought of them, they didn't think much. And they was thinking, what's the boy name? Drew Lock was going to start, not Geno Smith.
Wild.
So I don't think they're going to sneak up on anybody. And I don't think I think people is going to be more prepared for them this year. But are they still going to be successful? Yeah. And they're going to be fighting with the 49ers if they don't figure out their QB spot for that number one seed in the NFC and to win the West. Now, we beat them 3 times last year, so I'm saying the 49ers get the edge, but that's not to say they can't split.
Yeah.
Depending on who we got behind center.
So, I mean, looking at the over-unders for the NFC West, we had San Fran at 10.5 wins. We had Seattle in second with 8.5 wins. We had the Rams at 6.5 wins, and we had the Cards at 4.5 wins. This is courtesy of FD. I really do think that last year was a surprise kind of growing year for Seattle. It was a big transition, moving off of Russell Wilson. And Geno kind of showed that he's here for it. So they kind of gave him the keys to the kingdom for at least one more year. But that allows Seattle to really go fill every hole that they had on their roster. They got better at linebacker. They got better at D-line. They grabbed another playmaker in Jackson Smith and Jigba. They grabbed another good corner. I think he'll be a good corner from day one. Devin Witherspoon from Illinois.
Yeah, I like that.
They're really kind of routing out them edges and looking like a Pete Carroll team again.
He got the quarterback he won't. He got a guy.
He got a guy that's gonna run me and Pete offense, man. He got somebody who gonna listen and read the whole field and play safe with the ball. And Seattle's gonna win the NFC West, bro. Seattle is going to win the NFC West.
I agree.
Talk to me, Caleb. I got more to add to it. Go
No,
ahead and
bro.
talk
It's
to me for a minute.
bro.
Though.
You already just it's simple, bro. They gonna win. He got Legion of Boom 2.0. It's over with now. It's over with now.
Can't hype for that.
On top of
Check
Legion
it
of
out.
Boom 2.0, Bobby Wagner came back. Devin Bush, the Michigan man, is in the building now. And this guy played a lot of football in Pittsburgh. We know how that's coming. They gonna coach up linebackers better than anybody in the nation. And I don't know. I just feel like they got two good running backs they can lean on with K9, Kenneth Walker, and Zach Charbonnet, another Michigan guy. Kenneth Walker, a Michigan State guy. You know, the pipeline. You see the pipeline, bro. From Seattle to Michigan, we tied in. I think Seattle, I think they'll probably split. They'll probably split with San Fran, but I feel like they'll win enough out of conference games or in division games and win the NFC West.
I think they'll split because they're gonna be improved on the defensive side. I see they scoop like a rookie O lineman or something like that in the draft. I said a rookie O lineman. They drafted an O lineman. So I think they gonna improve on protecting Geno when he does have to pass it. The biggest thing is they got to get up on people early and then lean on that run game. They can't be in those shootouts with people, and they can't get behind on possessions. And I feel like that's where our defense made him turn the ball over.
Yeah.
And we could overcome our quarterback issues by beating them 2 times. But where the issue is, we're going to get to this next team in LA, who I think also tweaked their roster, and they're going to be better. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be better than what they was last year. I think the Rams, for what they at right now, they win total for them?
Yeah, 6.5.
I think the Rams win 8 games.
Agreed. I do too.
I think the Rams win 8 games, and they get to clip Seattle one at a time. Get to clip them wings.
Okay, so let me. No, wait. Hold on.
Get them boys.
I don't know.
If we go back to the old NFC West, the NFC West when it was the best league in football was that there was a nice little span there, and it was like Pete Carroll would always find a way to beat Kyle Shanahan. Kyle Shanahan would always find a way to beat Sean McVay, and Sean McVay would always find a way to beat Pete Carroll. And I don't know how long they continued that carousel, but it seemed like it happened year in and year out until probably last year. And you know Sean McVay still had to work out them demons the year they won the chip. They lost to San Fran twice that year?
Yeah.
Exactly. And they beat them finally in the playoffs, but it's almost like clockwork. And I think the Rams could sneak one on Seattle, but I don't see it happening.
But that's what I'm saying about these interconference games, bro. It get like that. Even when we thought, I'm gonna use the Ravens and the Steelers for example. Everything would have pointed to the Steelers beating the Ravens, but somehow the Ravens pull it out. Now let's take all what we just talked about with Seattle. They improved and rounded all these edges. Sean McVay is still Sean McVay. They bring in AD back. You know, I think they're going to have a better backup if Stafford is not injured in Stetson Bennett, who can play point guard for you, which I think he'd be an improved. I think he a Baker Mayfield 2.0 to me, to be honest, Stetson Bennett. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe a Baker Mayfield 0.5, not 2.0.
I think – like, look. I think from what he is, he a Baker Mayfield without his confidence shot. Because Baker Mayfield's confidence was shot after he got shipped from the Browns, bro. After they said they was going to trade him, it was over with after that. So
and then it flipped again when he got into LA after he left Carolina. He got a boost of confidence again somehow. So maybe you're right. Maybe you got a point. Maybe Stetson will get that LA boost.
I think they got that type of confidence in themselves when other people don't see it. That's what I'm saying. And I think if Matthew Stafford ain't 100% and he has some injury issues, because he had a back problem, don't he? Like back
elbow,
yeah, bro. So
shoulder.
Yeah, he old, man.
He on borrowed time. And I think if Stetson Bennett does get a chance to get in there, He played point guard. But let's talk about they bring Sonny Michel back to coach up a young running back room. You know what I'm saying? I think the receivers step up a little bit more than they did last year.
They got to
go have AD. You know what I'm saying? That defense will get them boys together, and I think they get one against Seattle, bro. They got to, bro. That's just how it go, bro. It's a hit for a hit, lick for a lick.
Eye for eye, if you will.
If they don't get them the first game, they get them the second game. Because ain't nobody. Because I think Seattle with the way they schedule set up. If I'm looking at it right now, hold on.
Yeah, I want to see it too because I really don't see them losing to the Rams. If Seattle loses to the Rams, then San Francisco is winning the West because San Fran's not losing to the Rams. I think the Rams will watch the cards and get swept by the big two. And I think
the Cardinals.
I think the Rams will find success outside of the NFC West when they're playing out of the division because of the way they play.
So check it out, Vikings. They play the Vikings, and that's preseason. Never mind. Hold on. We'll get it started. September 7th. That's the first game.
Okay.
That's the first game is Rams and Seahawks. Then they play the Lions. So I think Seattle gonna catch the Rams on that first game, and then Seattle get their confidence up because they're gonna play the Lions, which the Lions gonna have probably they playing the Super Bowl champs. Let's just
Seattle popping them niggas, bro.
Let's just get it out the way. So
Seattle popping Detroit, bro.
They gonna get the works put on them.
Seattle always pop Detroit for
Seattle touching them niggas, bro.
Always,
they get their confidence up some more when Bryce Young and the Panthers come into town.
Okay.
You feel me? Then Seattle play the Giants.
That'll be a great game. That should be in prime time.
That's my type of game. Yeah, that's probably gonna be their hardest game.
That's my type of game right there. Keep going.
They play the Bengals. Cardinals confidence is up. They lose to the Bengals.
Yep.
Get their confidence up with the Cardinals. Play the Browns. You know what I'm saying? They go over to the hood.
Yeah.
Play the Browns, then they play the Ravens. And then they play the Commies. And then they got the Rams. So after they rattle off.
Do they got the boys this year?
They got them after the 49ers, November 30th.
Okay. Yeah, that's an L. It's an L for the Hawks. Okay, that schedule's pretty tough. They're playing the AFC North and NFC East from what it sounds like. That's a tough out-of-conference schedule. So maybe the Rams will actually win 6 games since they're going to have a similar out-of-conference schedule.
That was the Seahawks schedule.
Yeah, that was the Seahawks schedule, but I'm saying, like, you know how they play certain divisions?
Yeah.
So the Rams going to be playing them same people.
NFC West playing the AFC North.
Right, and NFC East. So was Philly on that schedule too?
Yeah, hold on. I don't see Philly. But they playing the Steelers and the Titans though.
Yep. And then they got boys, Giants, Commies from the NFC East.
So I think after they play the Cardinals, they got Browns, Ravens. So after them games, that's when the Rams gonna catch them boys. Towards the end of the year, you know, the Rams gonna have some hoorah in them. They catch them boys slacking. Yeah. That's how it work in the league, bro.
Facts.
That's how it work in the league. It's gonna be the game that you pick. You're gonna be like, oh, they playing the Rams. They blew them out week 1.
Yeah.
You come back to it, trying to run it back on the parlay.
That's gonna be the one to cook people.
Popped.
That's gonna keep the books on top that week for sure.
But all right, man. The Cardinals is in rebuild mode, so they is in the basement.
Yeah,
of this conference right now. Kyler Murray is not gonna come back to the second half of the season, so we're gonna be seeing some Colt McCoy ball for 8 to 9 weeks, if that.
They also grabbed Clayton too from Clayton Tune was from Houston, I believe, the quarterback. I think they grabbed him in the 5th round.
Hey, he tough.
He tough, bro. So I'm saying he might play over Colt McCoy. They might just want to see what they got in the young guy. Then again, there's a chance. So Arizona, they're basically shopping all their best players. They cut Hop, whatever. They could be trying to get that number 1 overall pick.
That's what
Not
I'm
that
thinking.
number 1 overall seed.
That's what
No,
I'm
So
thinking.
they might
yeah,
intentionally
yeah.
tank. They might intentionally
I'm
tank.
thinking like I know it's kind of jumping out of conference, but between those two teams in the NFC, I think Tampa and AZ are going to tank this year to get the number 1 pick. That's my honest opinion.
Tampa got too much talent to do that, though. That's the difference. Defensively,
yeah,
they got.
I think they got too much pride on the defensive end of the ball.
Yeah.
Man.
Offensively, they still got some guys too with Godwin and Mike.
But who throwing them the ball? Baker. Mayfield. Yeah, bro.
Baker, man.
Let's stay on topic though. Let's stay on topic. Okay.
Does that sound like a 2-win team to you? A 3-win team to you?
Hell yeah.
Nah.
No, bro. They're winning at least 7.
Any team that Baker's leading the charge, any team that Baker's leading the charge, bro, I don't think they're winning a game.
Is the
Baker got a
NFL
playoff
done
win with the Browns?
Is they done with his
I
script?
don't care.
They done with his script?
I don't care.
His script over.
Was that the Baker script? Get the Browns a playoff win? He flip it through that joint like, all right, what else?
It was supposed to be Manziel, but he got coked out and blew it. So they got the next best thing. They got Manziel Jr., Baker Mayfield.
Oh, man. Manziel, dog. That's a big what if, dog.
Hey, did you hear he got a doc coming out around the same time as Florida, the Gators? So Manziel's getting a Netflix Untold episode in August, early August. Then we get Swamp Kings on Netflix, the good Urban Meyer Florida era doc, late August. I can't wait.
I seen Urban Crib in Bradenton or Sarasota. 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
We got a bright blue ass house in Ohio State boat, SS Shelley. Should have threw an egg at it.
He would have an ostentatious bright blue house.
Yeah, bro. Like in his blue. Yeah, man. Dog.
That blue color in Florida represented.
Let me get back on schedule for a quick second.
Nut ass freak bull.
All
right, yeah.
Yeah, so the Cards are a wash. I think Seattle bangs it out with the Niners for this division. I think Seattle ultimately comes out on top. It's just too meant to be. You don't keep winning the NFC West year after year after year. It don't happen. So give me Seattle at the 1. San Fran will get a wild card. They'll still be good. They'll get a wild card playoff. Then we got LA at the 3, Arizona at the 4.
Caleb. All right, well, y'all know how we come in, man. Bang, bang, Niner gang, you know what I'm saying? Faithful to the Bay. We winning that joint again. I ain't trying to hear none of that. Bro. You know, Debo and them, Trent and them, you know what I'm saying? Walu. You feel me?
Yeah, y'all did Scoop Hargrave too. Nice pickup.
Scoop Hargrave.
Lost some DBs. Lost D'Amico's Ryan.
Lost D'Amico, but we drafted some DBs. You know what I'm saying? My boy Fred Warner's still there. You feel me? Heat seeking missile. So I think we're gonna be straight, bro. We're gonna overcome that. We're gonna hand the ball off anyway. So whoever playing quarterback, this is all you gotta do. Give it to McCaffrey. Give it to Debo. And then we're gonna go up top with IU. Or Ray. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Ray still get in there, get busy. So I ain't really too much worried. NFC West champs again. We're finna conquer that joint.
All right, quick question. Over under 10.5. McCaffrey games played 10.5. He going over or under that?
Games played?
Yes.
Over. He ain't got to carry the load.
It don't matter. McCaffrey got hurt week 1 the year I drafted him in fantasy, bro. Missed the rest of the season.
That's because you drafted him. You a Cowboys fan. Y'all bad luck.
That wasn't his first time.
Listen, bro, we share the wealth, bro. This is not Carolina. This is not Carolina, bro. We got plenty weapons. It ain't just DJ Moore out on the left. You know what I'm saying? And Greg
CMC everywhere else. Yeah.
And CMC everywhere. We got I just told you Ayuk, Debo, You know what I'm saying? We still got We still got Elijah Mitchell. We still got Kittle. I ain't even named Kittle. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We could throw my boy Juszczyk in there. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? We gonna get that run game going. We drafted another RB. So, and we're gonna find another one if we do. We always find somebody, you know what I'm saying? We get real innovative with the offense and we get it done. We just get the job done, bro. I don't matter who out there. We just need 11. You know what I'm saying?
Just line up 11.
Just line up 11. We'll get it done. Y'all got any narratives to get off? Hey, and if y'all made it this long in the stream or the podcast, if you watching it back, subscribe, like this joint, and comment your favorite part. If you hated one of the takes, let me know. If we idiots, let us know. If you love us, let us know, man. This is the show. Chaz, Caleb?
Yo, hey. What let's let them know what division we got up next. I'm thinking we jump into, since we did your division, let's just jump into the East, man. Let's jump into the NFC East.
You want to go back to the East? You want to go back out East?
Let's jump to the NFC East. Let's go top to bottom. And maybe we can stay in the West and do the Pac-12 as well. If basketball don't give us an hour worth of news again to talk about. Maybe we do Pac-12. Pac-12, maybe? Maybe the Ducks. Maybe the Brouhahas.
Ducks
maybe the Troy Johns, you know?
Not the condoms. All right. We finna Caleb, nope. No, you know what I'm saying? All right, we're gonna do the East. We're gonna talk about Caleb. We're not Caleb. We're gonna talk about them Cowboys. We're gonna talk about them Cowboys and how Dak's gonna be mediocre.
He about to mediocrely win the East this year.
I hope he do, bro. I hope he do, because I don't want to see the Eagles in the NFC Championship.
You don't want to see them because you don't want to see them. Because what they did to y'all boys was embarrassing.
Hey, bro, we was playing Josh Johnson and Christian McCaffrey.
Why?
Bro.
Why? Because Reddick was touching them boys. Pause.
He was touching them boys. Yeah, bro. I think we about to just get up out of here, man, because Chaz talking some nonsense. I appreciate y'all. Subscribe to the channel and help us grow and help us bring y'all more pods. We're going to be bringing out edits, shorts, clips, the whole 9. And without further ado, I'm finna get us up out of here. Cool.